Hi Tarot Rebels, and welcome to today's pick a card reading. I am Michaela from Tarot Rebel and I'm super happy to see you joining us. Today I'm going to see what you can expect in the following month, what's coming your way, what's preventing you from manifesting and fulfilling your dreams, and what do you need to hear to make things better for yourself. This is a timeless reading, Tarot Rebels, so please keep in mind that if you don't feel drawn to this reading, you can always choose to stop and pick it up at a different time in your life. We have 4 groups. This is group 1 with the Field Tarot and this red heart. Group 2 with this black heart and the Cat People Tarot. Group 3 with this pink heart and the Paulina Tarot. And group 4 with the Deviant Moon and this blue heart. Take your time and choose whatever group calls to you the most. If you need to pause the video, please do so. Follow your intuition, let it guide you to the message you need to hear the most. Of course, if you're inclined to choose 2 or more of the groups, you are free to do so. And once you've decided which group you are drawn to, please go to the timestamps in the description box down below, or in the comment section. I will pin a comment with the timestamps. And do remember that this is a general reading. It might not fully resonate with you. Please leave behind anything that doesn't make sense, anything that doesn't apply, and use this as guidance only and entertainment. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I still have some slots open, so you can use the details in the description box if you want to contact me directly for a personal reading. Okay. Hi group 1, welcome to your pick a card reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see what messages you have in the following month. If you chose this red heart or this sorry, I just needed to put it aside, or this Field Tarot for today, this is a reading for you. This is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you watch the video. Messages are for some of you and not all of you. And also, please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, group 1. Let's see. Let's see what to expect in the next month. Just feel the need to shuffle thoroughly for your deck. Okay. Let's see. Let's see group 3, what we have here. I'm gonna take this one and this one because it just flipped. Okay, so let's start. What's in your focus group 1? You have rest, and looking at the cards here, I think there's a need of rest because there's been an imbalance of power. Looking at the cards, you might be a Capricorn or some other earth sign because you have the Devil and the King of Discs in your reading, but it looks like, how should I put it, you have the rest card, you have the retreat card, you have the power card, and you have the Devil, and you also have the works card. I think some of you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed, overworked, not necessarily underappreciated, but there's a lot on your plate, and I think you try so hard to juggle all of it. And I think you've reached a breaking point where you might feel like you're almost on the verge of burning out. So this is totally understandable, having to relax a bit, having to like clear your head for a bit, or even moving on to something better, because you have the Eight of Cups in this supportive placement here, and this is a message for you to remember that I know this is the universe saying, group 1, this is your time where you need a break, you need a rest, and I'm supporting this fully. It looks like you need to let go of being so entrenched in work, so dedicated, so devoted to work, and you need to take a bit more caution with yourself and your well-being, because right now it feels like you're focused on building something. I'm tempted to say that it's your career or your business, something like that. It has to do with the material world, but the universe is here to tell you that you don't need to focus only on that. You need to focus on yourself, on your well-being, on your inner balance. Take this time to self-reflect, meditate, use this time to your advantage, not to someone else's advantage, and allow yourself a breather. And it looks like you are in the right space to do that. The Devil card here in the opportunities placement is amazing for me, because I really like the Devil card in this deck, and it's actually the thing that drew me to this deck. And as I was prepping my working space, this was the card that flew out when I was shuffling, prepping for you. And I was thinking, oh wow, I hope I see this card, because I just love it so much. This is a card of responsibility and how should I put it? Because usually it's super attached to negative connotations like toxicity and addiction and I don't know, stuff like binging, alcoholism, workaholism even. And this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to break free. This is a reminder that you are not tied and out of control. You are definitely in control of what you want to do in the next step in your life. And the Devil card is here to remind you that you are allowed to break free, to break those chains and move on with the Eight of Cups energy here, and actually do something that works for you. If you want to take a break, this is your reminder. You can take that break. It's like so it's so well spelled out, so well planned out by the universe. It's like, don't stress, don't fret, I got your back. And the universe is here to tell you that the universe has your back. All these cards spell the same thing. Don't focus on the material. If you need to take this break, take it for yourself and work on yourself, because the world will still be here tomorrow. But if you don't take care of yourself now, today, you won't be here the way you should be, the way you can be, to live to your full potential, if that makes sense. So this is a beautiful, gentle reminder from the universe that you got this. You really do. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards for you to see what you need to pay attention to. Let's see, universe. What does group 1 need to pay attention to? Let's see. You need to pay attention to the here and now. If you want to overcome this challenge, This is something you need to be mindful of. You need to stop worrying about the material world and focus on your inner world, being present here today with us, and not being stuck on the stock market or productivity or numbers or money or titles or whatever stresses you out. You don't need to focus on that. And pay attention to this card if you want your dreams to come true. So this card is called All That Glitters, and to me it's always relevant because not all that glitters is gold. So you need to, in the context of having the Devil and the King of Discs in the same reading, these two reminders are here to tell me to convey this message to you. You don't need to focus on acquiring wealth or acquiring titles, acquiring money, acquiring whatever makes you feel good to feel respected and liked in this world. You need to focus on being yourself, being here and now in the present, taking care of yourself and others, dedicating that time to you and others, and be mindful of the fact that not all that glitters is gold, right? Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 more cards for you. I'm gonna use another favorite of mine, the White Sage Tarot. Sorry, comes in a tin box, and I'm gonna pull some cards for your love life, your money, and your career. Let's see. Tell me about the group 1 love life. Okay, the 4 of Swords again. So you're not in the headspace of being in a relationship right now. And it kind of makes sense because you clearly are looking for a break. You're looking for a break. Let's see, how's your career, group 1? The Knight of Cups. You're very, very in your element and very happy, very, I want to say productive and focused, and it brings you a lot of joy and pleasure. But the message here, you should be more carefree, more in the flow, more you need to be lightweight, like this Otter Knight of Cups here. Let's see. What about your finances? The King of Cups. So your challenge is the King of Coins, but your finances is the King of Cups. This is an evolution from the Knight of Cups, and I see your finances very connected to your career and vice versa. So maybe this is why this Devil card here and the King of Discs is here to tell me about you view them as one when in fact they're not the same thing. You probably have a very difficult relationship with your job, and it's to the point of toxicity, and it reached a level that you cannot necessarily endure anymore. I'm not saying you don't have the strength, not saying you don't have the capacity, the skills, the determination, and the patience to do it. I'm just saying you kind of reached a breaking point. Therefore, you have 2 Four of Swords here. One moving on card, the Works card, that is your message, what you need to let go of, and reminders that you need to be in the present and not in the future, not in your head, not in a negative headspace that puts you in a tailspin. The reminder here is to take this break if you need it, if you want it. take it, use it to your own advantage, because you need it. Clearly you need it right now. And your focus in terms of money and your career should be a bit more lightweight. Allow yourself some freedom, allow yourself to make some mistakes, allow yourself to be not necessarily careless, because it looks like you're a person that takes great pride in the kind of work that they do, but the kind of person that actually enjoys, allows themselves to have some fun at work. So be there, because I think deep down in your soul, you know that money isn't everything, but you're conditioned right now to think that money is everything. So therefore you're in this energy. Oh, I need to prove myself, I need to earn this much by this much, I need to have a house, the car, a family with 2.4 children, and the white picket fence, and the dog, and so on and so forth. And it feels like you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. I'm gonna pull one last piece of advice from the Oracle deck, and one reminder for you. Let's see, what's the advice for group 1, please? Let's see. I'm not making this up. Your advice is to breathe. So take a break, breathe, do some breathing exercises, maybe those will help. And let's see, the reminder from the universe. How can you attract what you need? Let's see, group 1. I hope you can see this. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. So this is your mantra that you need to tell yourself and to remind yourself of. And I hope this helped. I do hope you take what resonates with you, and remember that this is always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. And please remember that this is a pick a card reading. This is a general reading, not a personal one. So if it doesn't fully resonate, you can choose other groups, other videos, other readers, or you can book a personal reading with me if you think that will help you better. I do hope to see you in another video. Thank you so much for joining. Bye. Group 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see what messages you have in the upcoming month. Please remember that this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't really matter when you watch the video. And do remember that the messages are for some of you and not all of you. They may not resonate with everyone, and please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. So if you chose the cat tarot or this beautiful black heart pendant, then this message is for you. And I'm going to shuffle your cards now, and let's see what to expect, group 2. I don't think I've used this deck too often, although I really like the art. Like so funky and mysterious and a bit surreal, I would say. Let's see, let's shuffle the cards, group 2, and see what messages you have from the universe. It's been a mess shuffling your cards, so I suspect that the messages won't be super straightforward. I don't know why I have this. Sometimes if I have trouble shuffling the cards, then the reading isn't super straightforward. Let's see. And You don't have any jumpers. Very difficult to get one. Very transformational time in your life, I suspect, group 2. Looks like you're focused on something that's about to turn your life around in more ways than one. Let's see. Tell me for group 2, please. Tell me for group 2. Let's make sure that everything is in focus. And one more, please. Okay, you wanted to jump. Wow. So, a very transformational energy indeed. In your focus, you have the Tower card. I know some people are super conscious about this Tower card because sometimes it means a very sudden, abrupt destruction that will annihilate your usual way of living, let's say. It's I think it's a long time coming for you. Usually the Tower comes in a lot of forms before it transforms into a tower. So I suspect you find yourself in a place in your life where you feel like the universe has been showing you a lot of grace and patience, and you kind of refuse to acknowledge the signs you were given. And what can you do if someone you keep trying to help and they just flat out refuse your help? You just let them crash and burn. And I think you are aware of that. You are at the crashing and burning stage, and I feel no fear from you. I feel like you are actually expecting this and absolutely okay with this. It kind of feels like you don't want to take responsibility for any of the decisions that come pre-tower moment and after tower moment. You know, this energy will allow yourself to build something new for yourself from scratch, and I think this is what you're welcoming actually with this energy. What you need to let go of, I don't see this in your cards, but it feels like you need to let go of love ideation right now. It feels like you're idealizing and idolizing love to such a degree that it kind of makes you feel unrealistic. You know the expression with rose-colored glasses? This is you right now, and I think the Tower is here to remind you, push you outside of that boundary that you've built for yourself, and tell you, look, my friend, group 2, you need to let go of this. You need to stop looking for love. You need to stop putting your attention and your work towards that, because you just end up hurting yourself. What supports you in this endeavor? You have the Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands is not only super strong, super charismatic, super successful, powerful, confident, assertive, determined, passionate, beautiful. She's all that and so much more. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get that. And these 3 cards tell me you know what you want, but you just don't go and get it. And this is a reminder that you need to go and get it. This is what you want. You need to tell people what you want, what you need. You need to tell the universe what you want and what you need, and then it will be given to you by the universe, by the people in your life, by your friends, your family, your partner, your colleagues, it doesn't really matter. You just need to put it out in the world, and the world will give it to you. What other opportunities you might have, and by opportunities they can be good or bad. I'm saying good or bad because you have the Five of Wands. You need to pay attention how you express yourself and how you formulate any and communicate any desires you might have, because sometimes they might be interpreted in a way that's not favorable to you. So the opportunities might be you can ask for something. You go to your manager and say, look, I've been here 2 years now and I think I work enough, so I deserve a raise. Versus, look, with the responsibilities I have and the skills I have, I think a fair pay would be this. Please tell me what can I do to achieve that. So it's all in the nuances. You need to make sure that you communicate properly and you don't let the impulsivity to take the best of you. You might be a fire sign looking at the Tower and the Queen of Wands, possibly Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So please be aware of that and keep your fiery side in check in the month to come. And the challenges you might face, again, they stem from that communication. Sometimes sorry, I have a bit of a throat ache. Sometimes you might feel like you're communicating properly and efficiently, but in a way that's maybe too blunt or impolite or too direct or tactless. So you need to be aware of that, because you might get what you want, even if it's confusing people, even if it's a bit aggressive. You might get what you want, but at the same time you might lose more in the long run. So please be aware of that. This is something that you need to be mindful of. I'm gonna get some oracle cards for you. Let's see. What do you need to pay attention to? What does group 2 needs to pay attention to? See, now I understand. When I was shuffling the deck, ooh, look at that, blessed. When I was shuffling your deck, it was very difficult to shuffle your deck, and I did mention that it might be very difficult to communicate with you, and now I can see that. It's kind of like you don't want to say what you truly want, and this is your energy at the moment. You don't know if you're allowed to want this much or to be so expressive. The universe is here to tell you, yes, you're allowed to want that, but be mindful of how you say it, and obviously be mindful of who you say it to. Let's see, group 2. Let's see. What do you need to pay attention to? Serendipity. So, in order for you to overcome your challenges, this card here, the Five of Swords, you need to pay attention to serendipity. I think you're in that place with the Tower moment where you're allowing the universe to do what it does best, to create opportunities for yourself and for others as well. Allow this to happen in your life, and just plant the seeds and basically be aware of how you communicate you want things to happen, because once you allow yourself to free fall like these people from the Tower, then things happen in a different way. They have a different flavor. They have a different energy attached to them. Allow that element of surprise to happen in your life. Allow outside help, allow the help of your spirit guides if you want. Allow all these forces to work to your advantage. Let's see. What do you need to pay attention to? Group 2. Okay. If you want your dreams to come true, pay attention to exchanging gifts. Communication is a gift, and not everyone has it. I used to say I don't have it, but as soon as I started exchanging words with other people, I think I found value, and I found good lessons and good ways to communicate with others as well. Exchange the gift of giving with others, exchange the gift of patience with others, of generosity, of grace, of forgiveness. Exchange them with others, not just the material ones, because those are easy to accomplish. But think more, think outside the box. If you want that raise that I gave as an example a couple of minutes ago, go to your colleagues and offer your help. Go to your manager and offer your skills and wisdom and time. Put in that little extra step of work if you want to achieve something, because they will return to you in a different form, maybe even, and you will be even more blessed. Like the card I showed you earlier, you will be even more blessed just off the back of doing those little things for others. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 more cards for you for your love life and your career and your finances. Let's see, group 2. I feel a bit out of breath, and I think you feel the same way, because you feel very intense, group 2. Let's see. A lot of pink and green in those cards. Okay. For love life, you have the Devil and the Ten of Cups. Okay, interesting. This is your career. You feel a bit bored in your career, underwhelmed maybe. Let's see your finances. The Five of Swords again. Wow, that's interesting, because group 1 had also they had the Four of Swords in their theme, and then in the love life they had the Four of Swords, and now you have in the challenges you have the Five of Swords, and in the finances aspect you have the Five of Swords again. So this might be why finances are so much in your focus, but I'll take it one by one. For the love aspect, you have the Devil and the Ten of Cups. Maybe this is why the Ace of Cups is something you need to let go of. It looks like you found something really good, possibly with a Capricorn, or maybe you found something. Now I see 2 aspects of this. So first of all, possibly because you also have the Queen of Wands, which is also a sign of infidelity sometimes. It looks like the reminder here is to let go of this new partner, potential partner, and focus on what you already have. Let go of the toxicity and focus on something that already makes you happy, this Ten of Cups. And the other possibility is, this is interesting. This is interesting. You need to focus on what. The other possibility is still the same thing. You don't necessarily need to be in a third party situation, but you just need to focus on what you have, and not trying to take this relationship you're in at this moment into something new, into a new territory. You need to enjoy it as it is. Don't need to push the boundaries too much, not at this stage anyway. So if you're in a relationship and you're trying your best to bring some spice into the relationship, the cards are telling me to tell you not to do that. And if you're in a relationship and you're kind of flirting or even involved with someone else, the cards are also telling me to tell you not to do that. So that's the love department. In terms of your career, you have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is that energy when you keep being blessed, and there's that word again. You keep being blessed by, I don't know, being liked by everyone and getting a promotion and a pay rise and I don't know, winning the lottery, and then I don't know, finding a diamond ring on the street, something like that. All of these blessings are in your life, and yet they don't make you happy. The Four of Cups has a similar energy, and this is attached to your professional life. So maybe this is one time when you need to sit with this question and ask yourself, why does this make me feel so disappointed, apathetic, not into it, you know, because this is how you feel right now in terms of your professional life, and it takes away your spark, your energy, your playfulness, your passion. You need to find it back, see what causes this, right? In terms of your finances, you have the Five of Swords. I know I always say that, and I dislike the saying so much, but I think it feels like you've stepped on everyone else just to get where you are, and it doesn't make you feel happy or fulfilled. It might be that you have a very good job with a very good financial status. It doesn't make you happy. It makes you feel like a buffoon, honestly. And it doesn't make you feel fulfilled. Again, this is a question for you. You need to understand why you're feeling like this. Now I understand the Tower. You're waiting for something from the outside to come and level this situation. You feel like if you're brought down to zero again, then things might be rebuilt in a different way. The universe gave you all the tools and all the signs until now, and you've yet decided to do nothing about it. And now the Tower moment is coming towards you, and fast, and you know it. I'll ask for one piece of advice for you, Group 2. Let's see. What do we have as an advice for Group 2? You have Treasure Island. Interesting. This is something super hidden in your life that you're holding on to, and it feels like you're not sharing it with everyone else. It feels like you're holding on to because you want it for yourself. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but ask yourself, why do you choose to do that? Again, you have a lot of whys in your reading. It's up to you to ask the questions. Why are some of my cards upside down? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to ask the universe for a reminder on how you can attract what you want next. Group 2. Let's see. It's very simple. It's good to feel good. And right now, I'm not sure you're not feeling good, but I'm not sure you're feeling good either, if that makes sense. So take all these conflicts, all of the gray areas in your life, and make them turn them around in a way that makes sense to you, because right now they kind of don't. And allow yourself to feel good, because it's no one else's responsibility but yourself to feel good, and no one can do that for you, and you cannot do that for anyone else but yourself. That's all I have for you, group 2. Please take what resonates, and do remember that this is always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. And please remember that this is a pick a card reading, and it's a general one, not a personal one. And if you want to book a personal reading, I still have some slots available. Please email me or contact me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever works for you, and request a personal reading. Thank you so much for joining, and I do hope to see you in another video. Hi, group 3. If you chose this beautiful pink heart, or if you chose the Paulina deck, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining, and let's see what messages you have from the universe. And do remember that this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't really matter when you watch the video. And please remember that the messages are for some of you, not all of you. So if they don't fully resonate, please check other groups, other videos, or even book a reading with me. Okay, group 3. Sorry, I'm so out of breath right now, because I just filmed group 2, and it was quite an intense energy. But let's see what we have for you. Okay, let's shuffle these some more. Okay. Let's see, group 3. Sorry for my neighbor's dog. Okay. Wow, major cards. 3 out of 4. Let's see if we have 4 out of 5. Is it 2 of them? Yeah, it's just 2 of them. I'm gonna take 2 of them. I'm just gonna squeeze this a bit. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Okay. So it looks like your focus is on in your family life right now with this Empress card. Your focus on blossoming abundance in your life, making life for yourself and others beautiful and powerful and connected and generous and dedicated, and all the good stuff that comes with family. I'm not saying you're necessarily focused on growing a family. Some of you might be there. This is strong Venus energy, so think of Taurus. I like this card for you. And then you have the Hierophant, again, strong Taurus energy here as well. The thing you need to let go of. There's I want to say that this was something in your past and you keep carrying it with you, this tower moment, this destruction. I think your focus is too much in the past and not necessarily into the future. And you're kind of you're not holding yourself accountable technically. You're waiting for something on the outside to build stuff for you. You're not holding yourself accountable for things that went wrong or things that went well. So this card and the letting go position of the spread, it's a reminder that you need to let go of this lack of accountability, of responsibility for you. What's the supporting energy is this King of Cups, very beautiful energy. You're in that place where you're happy and glowing and sharing this happiness and glow with everyone else. Your emotional life is blooming and you're happy to share that with everyone else, and I think everyone else takes a bit of that beautiful energy that you emit into this world. You radiate this beautiful love, because this is what the emotion is. You have love and you express love, and then therefore everyone else it takes on that beautiful energy of love as well. And this is what supports this growth, this phenomenal growth that you are focused on at the moment. Again, it doesn't have to be your family, doesn't necessarily have to be you becoming a parent or thinking of becoming a parent, although for some of you this might be the case. I'm not saying it's something wrong with that, I'm just pointing it out that not everyone has the same experience. For others, it might be growth at your job or growth at your new business. This is a card of prosperity and abundance, and not necessarily in the material world. It might be emotional growth that you're sustaining at the moment and sharing with others and inspiring others, because you have also this King of Cups. In terms of what other opportunities you might have, this Hierophant here is a very traditional card, is a very rigid card, but not in the bad way, I would say, because I really love the Hierophant. Sometimes it's about marriage, and coupled with the Empress, for some of you this might be, oh, you're deciding to take the next step with your partner, get married or get a civil partnership or something like that, and then grow your family from there. But for others it just means finding pleasure in walking on the beaten path. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes when we're young, we're restless, we want to learn new things, we want to achieve new things, we want to do things different from our parents, and we want to live maybe a very exciting life or a very extravagant life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those are experiences, and we're allowed to want to experience them, we're allowed to do them, and we're allowed to change our minds if we want to. This Hierophant card here is a reminder of just that. You might be in that stage in your life where you think, well, I've done everything, now I can go back to being a 9-to-5 person. There's nothing wrong with that. Tons of people do it. Everyone does it at some point in their life, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that fulfills your, I don't know, your standard living standards or your requirements in terms of what you need to earn, or if getting married, although you were an alternative person 10 years ago, that's perfectly fine, and you're allowed to want some part or all the parts of the traditional life the way you want them to. Some of you might be even becoming religious. Again, nothing wrong with that. We're living in trying times, and there's no shame in turning back to a church or even discovering new ones, if that supports your growth and your emotional well-being, then all is fair, right? In terms of what challenges you might face, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician. Two of the cards that actually spell work. The Eight of Pentacles is hard work and dedication and working on your skill and mastering that skill, and the Magician is that spark that ignites the future. I know a lot of people have mentioned the law of attraction lately, and this is the Magician dressed as the law of attraction, basically. Nothing wrong with that. You put a wish out in the universe. Let's say I want to lose 5 pounds, right? In weight, not in money. And you find yourself making more and more healthier decisions in terms of what you eat and how much you move and how early you go to bed. And this is putting in the work. Now, your challenge is that you don't stay enough on the course to actually achieve something. And maybe this is something you need to take note of. Maybe this Hierophant is here to remind you need to stay on the path if you want to achieve results. You need to focus on what your end goal is and how you want to achieve it, because you can do it obviously in multiple ways. There's no one sure way to achieve success if that's what you want, right? I'm going to get some oracle cards for you because I feel like I've been talking for an hour now. Sorry. Let's see. What does group 3 need to pay attention to? What does group 3 need to pay attention to? So, if you want to overcome this challenge, you need to pay attention to this never-ending story, and it's exactly what I said, but dressed in a different outfit. You need to stay focused on your path, keep your eyes on the prize. If you want to achieve something, don't today you start losing weight and tomorrow start knitting. Today you're going to, I don't know, take up yoga, and tomorrow you're gonna pick up guitar. You need to focus on one thing at a time, and at the same time you need to dedicate yourself to that endeavor, and keep your eyes on the prize and keep a steady course on that path, as the Hierophant wants you to do, if you want to achieve any kind of results. Let's see. What else do you need to pay attention to, group 3? I think I said group 2. If I did, I'm sorry. Not now, earlier. Let's see, group 3. What do you need to pay attention to? What does group 3 need to pay attention to if you want to achieve your goals? Truth be told, wow, this this hurts deep, because truth be told means you always need to be honest with yourself. If you want to achieve something, be honest with yourself. Can you achieve that? How can you achieve that? Do I want to dedicate all my resources to do that? Because if you don't, no amount of wanting that will allow you to put your efforts into that. And this is your challenge, the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician. Yeah, you can want things, but it's one thing to want them and a whole different story if you work towards achieving them. And this is why you have the never-ending story and the truth be told. Don't lie to yourself, and don't keep going in circles in this nasty circle of trying to do it over and over and over again and not succeeding, right? Focus on what you want. I'm gonna pull some more cards from the White Sage Tarot to see how your love life is, your career. Okay. And your finances. Your love life is the Eight of Pentacles. Again, you have the Eight of Pentacles. All the groups have one card, so far at least, have one card that repeated in the first row and in the second one. So there are messages there. For your career, you have the Ten of Swords, and for your finances, you have the Four of Swords, right? The Eight of Pentacles. In terms of your love life, you have the Empress here in your focus. You have the Hierophant here in your opportunities, and you have the Eight of Pentacles in your challenges, but you have the Eight of Pentacles in your love life as well. There's a lot of work you need to be aware of, and you need to do it in order for your love life to blossom into this Empress energy that you clearly desire. This is no not me beating around the bush. This is what you need to do. You need to work on your relationships. You need to work on yourself. You need to dedicate time and energy towards what you want to build. This won't come easy, and it looks like you have a lot of ground to cover. In terms of your career, you have the Ten of Swords. Now I understand the Tower, and possibly the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles here. It looks like an ending of some sorts. It might be even a deception, a betrayal of some kind that you are experiencing or suffering the aftermath of. Not saying it's good, not saying it's bad, it's just how it is. I think you're focused on something else to heal from this situation here at the moment. In terms of your finances, again with the healing, you have the Four of Swords, a card of healing, a card of rest. Maybe you're in between jobs. For some of you, this is why you're flourishing or trying to flourish your emotional life. You have the King of Cups, right? And the Empress and the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles, all energies of hard work and dedication towards love. And maybe this is why. Maybe because of this betrayal at work that left you a bit, not necessarily broken, but disappointed and feeling lied to, I want to say. I'm not sure if this is true for some of you, for all of you, but there's a lot of pain associated with your professional and financial life. And I think you're dedicating your energy towards relationships at the moment because you want to take a break from all the negativity in this aspect of your life. Nothing wrong with that, honestly. Let's see. What's the advice for group 3? What's the advice for group 3, please? The tribe, right? That's the Empress energy. She brings people together around her and builds her tribe off the back of that. This is prosperity. This is generosity. This is nurture. This is love in the most purest form ever. And this is your advice. Look around you for help because people are there to support you in whichever way you need them. Another 8, as you can see here. 8, 8. Lots of 8s. Let's see. And one reminder from the universe for group 3, please. Let's see. One reminder from the universe for group 3. Wow. Wanting more for others puts me in an energy of abundance. This is what you strive for. You're looking for abundance. That's in your focus. Happiness is in your focus. And this is a reminder that if you share that love with your tribe and if you share that abundance with everyone else, they will be there to support you. That's all I have for you, group 3. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. Please remember that this is a pick a card reading and it is a general one. And if you want a personal reading, there are still a few slots available in my calendar. So do feel free to reach out via email or Facebook or Instagram or whatever works for you. And in the meantime, I do hope to see you in another video. Bye. Hi, group 4, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If you chose this beautiful blue turquoise heart, this message is for you. Also, if you chose the Deviant Moon Tarot, this message is for you. Let's see what you can expect in the following month. And do remember that this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you watch this video. Messages are for some of you and not all of you, and they may not resonate with everyone. Please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's see, group 4. I haven't done 4 groups in a while, and I haven't read with this deck in a long while too, but it's like an old friend. It's one of my favorite decks. So let's see what the message is for you this month. Okay, strong start. Okay. Okay, so group 4, it looks like there's a nice blend of all the elements, and with the Justice card, a card of balance, it feels like very appropriate, if I'm allowed to say that. You might be an air sign just because you have the Justice and the Page of Swords, but I almost feel like it doesn't really matter what sign you are. It feels like you're at least trying to balance all of the aspects of your life and all the aspects of your personality, and not let one weigh more than the other. I think some of you might be focusing on a contractual obligation right now. This means maybe renting, buying a house, signing a contract for a new job, starting a new business, anything that has to do with the law, with paperwork. That's in your focus, and that's a really good thing to do right now. It looks like you're prepped, you're ready. Look at this card. Has 2 swords in one hand, and there's another hand holding a fish, right? And the keys. There's enough balance there, there's enough knowledge there, and the swiftness and the thoroughness, the determination of this card is present in your life, is reflected in your life as well. In terms of what you need to let go of, you have this Knight of Wands. Now, this might be a person, so think of a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, something like that. But it might be just a personality trait at the end of the day. You might need to think things thoroughly and let go of that impulsivity that the fire signs represent. You need to let go of reacting instantly and put more thought and plan to your action. That's not a good that's not a bad reminder, not at all. And even if this is someone you need to let go of, well, it looks like you're trying to get your life together, so why would you want someone who's chaotic and not necessarily destructive, but definitely doesn't plan out their next steps? And it looks like you're in the headspace where you want to properly communicate and properly act and react to things. And with the Justice card, again, there's an element of fairness and honesty attached to your reading. What's the supporting energy in the month ahead? You have the Page of Swords. Again, a strong air, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, strong communication element to attach to this card. This will be a time where your communication skills will be top notch. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but that's how I felt. And your focus and your determination will be like no other. Look at this page. It's like focusing. His light shines on what he needs to find out, what he needs to discover, what he needs to learn. And that's your supporting energy. Again, supporting this Justice card as well. In terms of your opportunities, you have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is not a time where sharing is caring. Not saying you need to be selfish. I'm just saying keep things to yourself, especially looking at the Justice card and the Page of Swords, especially information. Or if you decide to share them, be careful how you communicate that. Both cards have a very strong communication element attached to them. So this is a time where you can not say manipulate, because again with the Justice card there's another fairness element attached to all of this. If I say attached one more time, sorry, but be aware of the fact that not everyone is your friend. Don't let yourself dragged into situations where you need to react super fast, like this Knight of Wands. Sorry for that. Don't let yourself get dragged into situations that you don't have any business being there. So keep to yourself. Work on what you need to work here with the Justice card, the Page of Swords. Let go of this negative energy, this impulsive, irrational energy, and focus on the rational part of things. Focus on building allies and working with them, because that's what serves you. But I also see you as very insular at the moment. So because of the Justice, the Page of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, it's a very lonely energy attached to your reading. Not lonely as in you don't have anyone you can count on. It feels like you have people you can count on, you just choose not to. Okay, last card, this Queen of Cups. This is your challenge. The Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, both very how should I put it? The fiery element and the fire element and the water element are not very I don't want to say stable, but they're not easily controlled. The fire takes eats everything in its way, right? If you've met a flame ever, you've seen how they go. The water is the same. It takes the shape and the form of the vessel it is in. So these are both energies that you cannot necessarily control, and you need to let go of them. And even though they might present themselves as obstacles in the month to come, you have the tools you need to deal with them. So just remind yourself of that, because you are aware in the back of your head of them, and you just need to act accordingly and not react because you're in a rush or your ego is speaking at the moment. Okay, I'm going to get some oracle cards for you to see what you need to pay attention to in the month to come. So let's see, what does group 4 need to pay attention to in the month to come? If you want to overcome the obstacles, you have clean it up. Clean what up? Clean your act up, clean your life up, clean whatever. If you want to get over this energy of involvement, of reacting to things, of being overwhelmed emotionally and not being present and focused in the moment, you need to clean it up. Look at this this deer with the mop or dust thingy, cleaning the air up. And you have a lot of air in your reading, so clean the air up if you want to maintain your focus and your determination. Let's see, one more oracle card for group 4, please. If you want to make your dreams come true, focus on soulmates, right? Interesting. Maybe that's your hidden energy, because as I said, this is a very solitary, isolated energy that's in your cards. And if you want your dreams come true, maybe your focus should be soulmates. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for you, group 4. And that's for the love, that's for the career. And for your finances. Interesting. So for your love aspect, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You need to focus on soulmates, but at the same time, this is not something you can control. It looks like it. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of destiny and karma. Unless it's time to fulfill it, things won't happen, even though you want them to. And I don't think you're actually focused on love. I think you're, in the back of your head, you're actually okay with where you are, and you're waiting for this Wheel of Fortune moment to come your way and to help you find that great love, that soulmate that this card is referring to. In terms of your work, you have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, this is a time where you need to be collaborative, where you need to be there for others, and you need to allow them to be there for you as well. This is a moment where you can learn a lot of things and teach other people your knowledge and share with them. The Page of Swords, very very reflective of this energy as well, because it's a card that's reminding us that we need to keep constantly learning and applying ourselves to new knowledge, to new information, if you like. In terms of finances, you have the Seven of Cups. That's an interesting card, because the Seven of Cups tells me you have multiple income streams. Maybe this is why the legal aspect of your life is here. Maybe you have a job and then you decide to open a business, or you're doing some consulting on the side, or I don't know, you're investing money, and this is why your finance life looks honestly very good, very rich in terms of the sources, right? So overall, very positive, very, very positive. I'm going to get one more. I want to shuffle my card, but I want to show you this to be fair, because you have the Justice card. I'm going to get one last piece of advice for you in the month to come, and hopefully it will help. Let's see. One last piece of advice for group 4, please. Go the distance, right? That's the Page of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. Go the distance if you want to achieve things. Sorry for that, my voice is cracking. And one last piece of reminder: if you want to attract all the goodies in your life, what do you need to be mindful of? So, group 4, what do you need to be mindful of? Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. So you're focusing on that already, and this is why you're not super aware of the soulmates and the love situation, because you know what you want, and you know it takes time to build that. And right now you're working on what you think you can work, and then when the wheel turns, you will receive what you need to receive. What's yours will come your way. That's all I have for you, group 4. I do hope this helped. Please take what resonates with you, and do remember that this is always about your own power, and it's your own responsibility and no one else's. Please remember that this is a general pick a card reading, not a personal one. But if you want a personal reading, you can book one with me using the details in the description down below. Thank you so much, and I do hope to see you in another video.